We are here today with Raúl Rosas Jr. ahead of his fight against Rob Font at UFC 326 this Saturday. Raúl, what is the more alarming fact, that you were in primary school when Rob Font made his MMA debut, or the fact that he was 21 years old when you were born?
Oh, shit. I didn't know that. But that's crazy. That's crazy, but...
He was literally your age when you were born.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know. I never counted the age, but damn, that's crazy.
I think there's a anticipation from a lot of analysts that Rob Font has historically struggled with his takedown defense, and so this is a very appropriate path for you into the bantamweight rankings. But I am curious, he's super slick on his feet. If I didn't make it clear before, sorry, Rob. Super experienced. He's been at the high level for a very long time. How confident are you feeling if the plan A doesn't work for Raúl?
I feel really confident. I trust on my skill set, and I know I'm ready for this moment. I mean, I poured all my life into this sport, since I was 4 years old. So honestly, I don't see it as a one camp preparation for this fight. I think all the years of training that I have, all the experience comes together, and I know I can box with him too. So off camp, I was boxing a lot with a lot of boxers. I wasn't training specifically for him, but I was improving my skill set. So I was improving my grappling, my wrestling, my boxing, and I feel like I got a lot of good boxing work. So I feel confident too if I can't take him down, because obviously we've seen in fights from the tape that he gets taken down pretty easily. But I'm expecting him to have good takedown defense, to have progressed on that. And I'm excited because I looked at him like he's going to put me through something. He's going to give me a challenge, and that's exactly what I need. I don't need a walk in the park to get in the top 15, because after him, I'm fighting straight killers. We're fighting against the best 15 in the world, So I'm ready. I'm ready to get tested, and I'm ready to get through it and get my hand raised this Saturday.
You've made it clear your ambitions. Become the youngest UFC champion, maybe become the youngest two-division UFC champion. Some might believe you, some don't. But what I am happy to report, as far as I know, you could try and fact check me here if you want. Should you win on Saturday, you're going to be the youngest male fighter ever ranked in UFC history. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot, because I never thought about it like that. I want to be the youngest UFC fighter ever. I always just thought about being the youngest UFC champion. But everything that comes along the way, I'm grateful because, man, all the hard work that I put is paying off, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to. This is for myself mainly, to prove myself against the best in the world, people that have been doing it when I was in elementary school. This is the fights that I've been looking for since I was coming into the UFC. So now I'm finally getting those type of fights, and I'm ready to make the best out of it.
Okay, I want to take a second and put the Paramount audience on game here, because they're going to hear a lot of noise when you make your walkout, when you get your hand raised. I know, but we gotta catch everyone up. What is the origin of Chiwiwis? What is the origin of Chiwiwis? Can you give us one so people know how to play along at home?
Alright, so I'm gonna start with Chiwiwis, and that honestly came from my homie. I got it from him because it's funny, So it just came out of after I won one of my fights. It just came automatically. But it means like a word of excitement. Usually when you win, like instead of woo or like something like that, you'll be like Chiwiwis. So man, it's just when you're happy, it puts a smile on your face, makes you laugh. So it's a good way to connect with people,
Great. Could I very quick? We got Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira headlining this card. Could I get your Mount Rushmore of BMFs, just who the baddest men to ever fight in the octagon who sort of exhibit that style are?
Like who I got?
Yeah, who are your personal BMFs? Give me 4.
That could be BMF?
Yeah.
I think Max for sure. Charles, Ilya Topuria, and I'm gonna say two more that I can think of: Nate Diaz, and George Masvidal. I feel like they're the OGs, you know.
They're like the catalyst for all of this, so
Yeah.
fair enough. Very quickly, just circling back to earlier, I'm always curious about this. Like, you are one of the rare exceptions where normally when young fighters get signed to the UFC, everyone's excited. I'm kind of worried because, like you said, there's no easy fights once you get here. It is shark infested. How do you balance the urgency of like accomplishing your goals, becoming the youngest champion, with still doing it responsibly and giving yourself the space to grow?
I'm just enjoying the process. I'm enjoying day by day, moment by moment, step by step. So right now I'm just focused on Rob Font and focus on beating him. And yeah, I mean, it is a responsibility because I feel like I said it before, I feel like I'm in a way like an experiment for the UFC because they've never dealt with somebody this young, like, to go into the rankings. So definitely, like, for example, Contender Series, 17 years old, I feel like I was an experiment because if I would have fucked up that fight, let's say I would have got tapped in the first round or whatever, I would have closed the door for the new generation coming in. Like it can be another great 16-year-old, like beast, but they can be like, oh, look at the first time we did it, this happened, so they're gonna double think about it. But now I feel like I opened it to where they're like, oh, like this time it was good, so let's do it again, you know. So I think I did a great job.
I was doing my YouTube deep dive last night, and I saw a couple videos, one from Sean O'Malley and one from Aljamain Sterling, about times where you've come to visit the gym, and they were saying one thing that kind of caught them off guard or upset them is that people with you were filming, and that's generally kind of like an unspoken gym etiquette thing. I just wanted to give you the chance if you felt like it about like...
Okay, so signing with Aljo, I don't think Aljo had we don't care about Aljo because it was 10 Planet. That's my home gym pretty much, and he was the one stopping by, you know. And honestly, I didn't know who he was because back then I didn't watch UFC as much. I wasn't like a UFC fanatic, but when I got into the UFC, I became more like of a UFC fan because I was watching, oh, I can fight this guy, I can fight him. So I started to get a closer look, but before, I didn't know who he was. And I recorded whether I was rolling with Aljo or with a white belt, just so I studied my own film. Oh, I could have done this, could have done that. That's how I try to get better. I've never posted any of my training videos. Like, for example, I have the Aljo video, and I could post it. Even when he was talking shit, I could have posted it, but I'm not like that, you know? So that just shows you, like, the video's not for that. It's for myself. And the O'Malley, yeah, I get it. I was in his gym. Maybe I should have asked. But I was, like, I got fucked up in those rounds, too, that I was there, you know? So it was safe, like I said, it was safe for me, you know, safe for myself to study.
Fair enough. There is one grappling session that I loved watching. It was you and the former bantamweight champ Merab. You guys went at it so hard. There was blood. Even the GOAT, Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson, comes up to you. He's like, bro, this is supposed to be light. What's going on? What were your memories of getting to mix it up with Merab a little bit and of DJ being like, y'all chill?
I think we've grappled over 100 times, to be honest. So that was just another fun round. And the thing about grappling is you can go super hard, but no bad intentions, you know? Like, you can feel the intentions. We're giving each other our best looks, but I'm not trying to hurt Merab, you know? I'm not trying to slam him on his head. I'm not trying to break his arm. I'm not trying to grab a heel hook and break his knee or something. And he's the same way. He's going super hard, but he's not trying to hurt me. He's not trying to slam me on my head. And I feel like that's why we both get better. Just that time, he shot for a guillotine and hit my nose, so I started bleeding. And we're just having fun with it, you know?
Everyone mix them up with the best of the best, and you're very close to being there yourself. As we start to wrap up here, I'm curious, what's a bigger deal among, like, your friend group? I know you're all 21 now, so, you know, we can drink a little bit. UFC fighter Having your own Carl's Jr. burger. What gets the homies riled up more?
Man, I think UFC because that's where it all comes from. But we all love the Chiwiwis burger. You know, we all love it.
We've been asking all the fighters this. Things can get heated inside and outside of the cage. Do you have any like funny memories of like wild stuff that people have said or done during a stare down or a face off or in a fight? Anything comes to your mind where it's like, oh, that was a little out of pocket, bro?
I think my debut, Jay Perrin. I think he was too scared, too nervous. So I felt like he was doing too much, like off cameras. I remember like I had to. There's a fighters rules meeting, only fighters, right? And he sat like where you're sitting. Let's say the door's right there. So I gotta go through there, you know, to get to the seat because I was like the last one because I had some interviews. And he's just looking at me, and while I looked at him back, and he's shaking his leg, and I'm like, "Why you shaking?" You know? And I just laugh and keep walking. He stands up and starts screaming like, "I'm not shaking, I'm not scared." Like he was doing too much, you know. So it was funny to me though.
Last one, I'll let you go here. Famously, after your UFC debut, you need 50 G's because we're buying Mom a minivan. Well, thank you, Uncle Dana. We're now bumping those up to 100K bonuses. What's Mama getting? What's Mama getting?
She's getting a Lamborghini Urus.
Hey.
A house and a Lamborghini Urus.
Shout out to Moms. Raúl Rosas Jr. Very soon, very possible, on his way to the UFC rankings. New Lambo for Mom. UFC 326 this Saturday. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.